Everybody's been asking, Mike, what have you been doing to the Cutlass? Well, it's getting cold outside, so I thought, well, I finally have a chance to go through everything. I've had a shelf of parts. They're all right here. Here we go. A lot of people ask me, yes, it's a 76. No, it's not a 442. It's an automatic car with air conditioning and the T-tops, or Hearst hatches, as it says on the build sheet, that I found in the glove box, which it's one of the first things I did. I had to fix the glove box. Either it would stay up or it would fall down on you. Now it works just fine. And every guy loves Rock Auto, don't they? All right, these boxes were showing up. That was the cooling system. I did a radiator, I did thermostat, water pump, all that stuff. Oh, battery was next. Thank you, Walmart, on that. And then OPGI is where I got the battery tie down. Look how rusted this one is. Makes a big difference. And by the way, the companies that I'm mentioning here, there's no skin in the game. There's no like corporate sponsor on this thing. These are just companies I found. I probably have, in all the stuff you're gonna see, probably under $3,800 in putting things back here. So you can find things at good rates. Now, one of the, probably the biggest expense though, so far, is the bumper, man. If you've ever tried to find a bumper for one of these things, that's my dad right there. We found this in Indiana, Monticello, Indiana. The guy's name is Ron's Classic Cutlass. Look him up if you've got an older Cutlass you're looking to revitalize, because he's got all this new old stock. This bumper was nuts because it was like 4 different pieces. And it's part of those old 5-mile-an-hour bumpers where I had to find the fill pieces. He had those. And then he also had every one of these pieces. In fact, there's a little sticker. Look at this. It's still on the core here. New old stock, which can't bring myself to take that off. But the bumper, one of the hardest pieces to date to find for this car. Okay, now it gets a little crazy because power booster was leaking like crazy. Master cylinder was leaking like crazy. Proportioning valve, I mean, I had brakes needed a complete overhaul. So a couple of things. If you're doing brake work on a car that's sat for a long time, I found a great company. It's called Classic Tube. They have the entire brake line system for this whole car, and it's all measured, and they do it for many, many different older cars, okay? So check them out, Classic Tube, because I bought the whole kit. $395, probably some of the best money I've ever spent, because we didn't have to worry about breaking lines, because you'll see on this proportioning valve, I mean, there's no way we were getting that off. These types of lines, it was just this is one of the emergency brake lines. It's just rusted, it's like concrete. So CPP is where I got the power booster. Links will be in here. And I did a whole wheelwood set up front. This is a D52 kit. They just bolt on. You can kind of see the red peeking through down there. Also, I went with a wheelwood master cylinder up against that other one. But something cool here, and just to show you how much of a crazy deal this was, this booster line has a date code on this of February 24th, 1976. So look, and it doesn't move at all. So buy some extra lines and hoses. Just do all the vacuum lines while you're at it. You'll be glad you did. By the way, we also upgraded all the springs around the car, updated all the shocks. One of them we had to completely cut out of the front. So it was quite the ordeal. So it's great that we got the wheelwoods on. It's fantastic. However, there was one little tiny itty bitty problem that I want to show you. Did anybody else notice that the wheels on the car are different? Okay, so a couple of things here. These are the original rims that were on the car, okay? On the back of these are 15s. Now, I'm gonna bring this up here so you can see this. On this wheel, okay? See that curve right there? When I put the wheelwoods on, what had happened was we ended up rubbing, and it wasn't much. It was rubbing just a tad. So there's a company called, I believe it's Motor Tech, and they do spacers, they do all sorts of stuff. These were billet spacers, and they're made for this car, and they would have worked just fine. However, there's a company called The Parts Place that I found that had these magnums. They're polished, they're not chrome, but they're magnums. There's a center cap with the Olds logo and all 4 rims under $600. I don't know if that's still the price, but that's what I got them for. So that's why those are on the car, but I don't have to run the spacer. They're still 15s, but I still get all the clearance that I need right there. So watch that. Willwood says that they'll fit most 15s, but for whatever reason, my 15, they didn't fit because of that curve in. So just FYI for putting those on. So a couple of final things that we did. Jerry at Kearney's Muffler, he's the one that took care of the exhaust for me. I think this exhaust was the original. So we took that off, made it true duals out the back. It was single. Now it's running duals, and they're MagnaFlows if you're wondering. Also, Yumi Performance makes an incredible 4-link kit that's easy to bolt on. the master mechanic that helped me with all this, Jonathan, man, thank you for this if you're watching. He's the one that said, man, you got to get this. And sure enough, I mean, look at this 4-link, the lowers, man, something had happened to this. I have no idea what, but bolted on super easy. So that's in there. That's what you see back there. And then the last thing we did is Eastwood. Wow, Eastwood makes some great rust encapsulators. It's all Eastwood. We let the encapsulator do its magic. We also top coated it with Rust-Oleum, just the satin enamel. So that's why it's blacked out. And then the last thing, this was kind of funny. This right here, this was the transmission mount. And I just thought it was funny. We got underneath there. We realized, you know what, one last thing we'll do. We made the transmission pan match the gas tank. We reshot the gas tank and take the straps in that satin black. So again, all that was just spray paint and a bunch of hours of prep and tape off work. So again, thank you to Jonathan for that, and to my dad for, man, an amazing bumper back there right now. So again, you can do all this stuff. You did all this with tools in the garage here. Thanks for watching. Have fun restoring your old cars.